Hey everybody, Figment here, back with another Dead by Daylight video. So, we talked about Champion of Light, one of Alan Wake's perks, and I do want to talk about the other ones. Most importantly, though, I want to talk about Boon Illumination, because this is a Boon perk that I actually think has potential, and I've said this multiple times, that I think over time this perk will become rather useful and see some use. Mostly because of the fact that it increases your action speed for Blessing by 10% while you have a lit boon, which means moving boons is much more practical. It's not the best thing in the world, but it's nice. However, its main effect is the one I want to talk about. So, much like every other boon, the way it works is with you're in a 24-meter radius of the boon, you get the effect, and the effect for this one is the auras of all chests and generators are revealed to you in blue, which is nice. I also like that it shows them in a different color now. I like that blue is becoming an option. I really hope we see other perks with other colors. Use different colors that aren't just yellow and red. My god, Colubrine and Eruption using them together was so annoying back in the day because of this reason. And Discordance. If you use Colubrine and Discordance, you have no idea which one's going off. It's very frustrating. Anyways, that aside. So, this perk is okay information. It's decent at what it does. It has a few problems. One, you have to find a boon to set it up, which is very strange when you really think about what this perk does. But that's fine. That's the problem with all boons. And, once you learn the maps, you can figure out where a lot of totems spawn anyway, so it's perfectly okay. Two is that other than the 10% combination thing, this thing doesn't really combo with other boon perks very well. I've tested it a little bit with Circle of Healing, which was kind of nice. But that leads me into the thing I think this perk needs. I think it needs to reveal more. This is a boon. Why is it only showing you generators and chests? Like, don't get me wrong, that's not useless information, especially knowing where generators are on some maps. That's insane. You can actually globally see chests and whatnot. Here is what I think this perk needs to make it better. And actually really usable, and make that 10% increase to booning speed if a boon is already lit actually makes sense. There's two things. Either it had one of these or both of these. I would be cool with either or one or the other. One, and this is the big one, show the auras of totems. Why? Why doesn't it do this? Like, it makes so much sense if it showed the auras of totems. You set this, you set this near a generator, right? A boon near a generator. You boon this there. You're doing the generator. You're looking around. You see the other generators. You try to get a plan of where to go next. And you also see the totems, which means you know now where to go to set the next one up and use that 10% bonus on that. I think that would be massive for this. The other thing I think it should do is make it so you see the auras of survivors. Maybe not globally. I think maybe that should have a limit range to it. And I think that would be a problem to it, is that would be the only inconsistent aura reading. But even globally, I think it's fine considering it's a boon. And, if you're seeing a survivor on the other side of the map with aura reading from a boon you set up, I don't think that's like the most OP thing in the world, right? It would just be kind of nice. But honestly, if they did one or both of those, I think this perk would actually see some use, especially in solo queue. This perk alone would basically fill the void of all solo queue issues of aura reading perks, right? The only auras that this wouldn't show is windows and vaults, and we have windows of opportunity for that. And I think I could see survivors using this to great effect in solo queue to get the information they need. Oh, well, they have the HUD system. Yeah, but this is more accurate. It's 100% more accurate, and it takes time to set up. I've said this before about boons and hexes, is that the effects need to be powerful enough to warrant the fact that they are what they are, right? I don't think they need to be super ridiculously powerful, and I think Behavior has learned their lesson with that. Cough, Circle of Healing. And has kind of dialed back how powerful boons can be because of that. But I think a boon that provides all aura reading is fine. I think it's perfectly okay. And like I said, I think the big one is showing totems. Because I think showing totems fits the theme of this perk and makes that 10% effect more sensible, I would say. It was just like my problem with Made for this, how it had the random endurance effect for like no reason on it. And then when they reworked it, it made a lot more sense. And it kind of feels like that was what the perk should have been in the first place. But we're not going to get into Made for this debate because listen, it's been nerfed. There's no need to keep talking about it. Tell me what you guys think of Boon Illumination, though. I'm curious if you guys have used it at all, because I haven't seen anyone using it, like, at all. I've used it a few times with, like, a full Boon build and stakeout, which was kind of nice. But yeah, love you guys. See y'all in the next one, and bye.